Like every year, many people have made good resolutions for the upcoming year. Perhaps they involve changes we want to make, actions we want to take, or habits we wish to avoid. However, we often fail to stick to them throughout the year. A classic example is the gym membership. In January, we sign up and may visit a few times, but as the year progresses, the gym becomes emptier again. This pattern applies to any good intention we set for ourselves. It's easy to make a promise and hope that this year we will keep the resolution. This year everything will be different, we say. Yet, if we don't change our attitude, why should this year be any different? We are only fooling ourselves. While it is good and admirable to try to improve ourselves and set goals, we need to be realistic about these ambitions. This includes being honest about the extent to which we can or will maintain our resolutions. And, more importantly, why wait for the new year to set goals? Why not do it continuously? Why do we postpone it? To ensure we don't rely solely on luck with our resolutions, whether at the beginning of the year or in between, we could benefit from the wisdom of Stoic philosophers. Fortunately, they offer tools to help us set effective resolutions. Live in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't let the representation of your life as a whole confuse you. Remind yourself that it is not the future that troubles you, nor the past, but always the present. And that shrinks when you demarcate it, and you make it clear to reasonable thinking that it falls short if it cannot hold its own against that isolated moment." The Stoic philosophers themselves likely didn't set resolutions specifically for the new year, not because self-improvement and goal-setting aren't useful, but because they should be ongoing, not confined to the start of the year. This may seem like a semantic difference, but it's important. Why wait a year if we find inspiration in February? Why not put it into practice immediately? The obvious answer is that we can. Everyone agrees with this, but a closer look at people's actions reveals that, consciously or unconsciously, we still procrastinate, especially when facing challenges. Take, for example, someone who wants to quit smoking. They light their last cigarette just before midnight on December 31st, intending not to smoke in the new year. The first day of January might be easy, but as the month continues, it becomes harder. And if they slip and smoke a cigarette later in January, does that mean the whole year is ruined and they must wait until next December 31 to try again? Of course not. Every day offers us another chance to improve, regardless of the date or associated traditions. What matters is the present. Therefore, don't set resolutions that seem like huge obstacles. A resolution to exercise every day of the year is likely to fail, but a resolution to exercise today, in the present, that is achievable. By breaking down a large goal into smaller daily tasks, we are more likely to stick to it. Hope is not enough. Epictetus said, "Until when will you delay considering yourself worthy of the best and never act contrary to what reason demands of you?" The time has now come to demand of yourself that you live as a mature person, as one who is on the right path, and whatever you think is best should be a law you cannot violate. If you have to deal with something difficult, pleasant, or that involves fame or ignominy, remember that the competition is happening now, that the Olympics have already begun, that there is no more delay, and that one defeat or moment of slackness determines whether your progress is preserved or lost. This is where many people go wrong with resolutions. Hope and luck are not strategies for achieving goals. We must work for change. So adhere to Epictetus's advice. Don't procrastinate or rely on luck, but demand the best from yourself and start now. Anything difficult, including resolutions, doesn't come easily. We need to invest time, persevere, and expect to encounter challenges. But this is part of self-improvement and progress. This is how we make steps toward our goals. Set the right resolutions. Marcus Aurelius said, Happiness consists in assigning yourself a good destiny, and a good destiny is a good attitude of the soul, good motives, good deeds. If a Stoic were to set good resolutions, they would likely focus more on developing values, virtues, and character traits. It's not so much about the actions and deeds we want to perform, but more about the values we wish to pursue and the person we aspire to be. Our good resolutions should center on this, because everything else stems from it. Instead of, "I want to lose 10 pounds, think, "I want to live a healthy life." Instead of, "I want to take this particular course," consider, "I want to be a person who continually develops themselves." Although these resolutions are less tangible and less smart, they are more significant. It's not about achieving an arbitrary goal for this year, but about developing values and character traits that are meaningful throughout our lives. This approach also saves us from the two extremes of good resolutions. 1. Achieving them, and 2. Not achieving them. In the first case, while we may feel good, this can easily turn into arrogance. However, if we focus our resolutions on character and virtues, there is always room for improvement. We are never done with our self-development. In the second case, we might feel bad or even worthless, but this is unnecessary with these kinds of resolutions. As long as we have done our best and taken small steps towards a bigger goal, we are not worthless, and our intention has not failed. What matters is that we have made progress and moved closer to our ideal. In the long run, resolutions focused on values and character traits will have more impact than those focused on very specific goals. After all, resolutions centered on character and virtues are cumulative and reinforce each other over the years. No matter what, amor fati. Seneca said, "Character you form yourself, duties are given to you by fate." As a final tip, consider what is within our control and what is not. Although we can set our own resolutions, we never know what life will bring our way. We might plan for one thing, but something entirely different happens. We might set a good intention, but later find we cannot achieve it. So, we can work on developing the right values and character traits, but the challenges we face in life are unknown. Therefore, perhaps the most important Stoic tip for setting good resolutions is amor fati. Realize that many things are beyond our control and therefore inevitable. We can let this frustrate us and spoil our resolutions, endure it stoically, or not only accept, but embrace it. This is what Nietzsche calls amor fati, or love of fate. So, if we can give ourselves one good resolution for the coming year or time ahead, it is this: enjoy what life throws your way and strive to develop the right values and character traits to support you in this endeavor. Hopefully, these Stoic philosophical insights will assist you in setting good resolutions, whether at the start of the year or in between. Do you have any other techniques or tricks you use when setting your own good resolutions? We'd love to hear about them in a comment.